Hello, everyone. Welcome to this live stream. The day has finally arrived. The European season calendar will conclude today. The Champions League final is 15 minutes away from kickoff. We're all very excited. The Killers are about to do their kickoff show. And after that, it is time for the football to begin. I'm here to provide commentary on the game and also be doing as pundit role for before pre, post, and mid match. But yes, very excited now. The hype has definitely been building to this final, and we are all very excited and very much ready for this game. So we're all very happy. And, I say that right now we are very close to kick off, like I've just said. The Killers are about to perform at halftime. It's very interesting, this having this Champions League final kickoff so early in the day. It's like who knows why they're doing it, but right now we have a show with the Killers, quite a well-known band, to be fair. PSG fans, Arsenal fans alike in the stadium right now. And just to get something out of the way quickly, because I know that it's not about this today, but it's probably made a few headlines so far. Arne Slot being sacked by Liverpool. That came out of nowhere. I was shocked by it. I thought everyone was going to back him at Liverpool, but clearly not. And yes, that is a big thing so far today. But we're all, we've all been shocked by it, I think. Some people have said things, Steven Gerrard has said that it's the right time and all that. Still, though, it's shocking because they thought they were going to back him. And now the Killers are kicking off in their show. Big show, this, to be fair. It's dressed very nicely. To be fair, that singer looks a bit like Scott Parker. I know it's not him, but it just looks like him. Yeah, this is the song I wanted. Coming out of a cage and I'm doing just fine. It started out with a kiss. How did it end up like this? It was only a kiss. It was only a kiss. And it's taking a drag. It's all in my head, but she's touching his chest. Now he takes off her dress. Now let me go. I just can't go. It's killing me. The fans are singing. They're taking control. Jealousy. Love seeing these fans singing along with them, to be fair. But it's just the price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up your ear. I miss the bright side. That is a very good show there, to be fair. That is a very good show, to be fair, by the Killers. So congratulations to them. Arsenal on their way to the tunnel now. All right, so now going to get ready now. Just a reminder of the lineups for anyone who hasn't seen them. We will bring them up for you right now. So, starting with Arsenal, David Raya is starting in goal. The lethal and very, very strong centre-back partnership of Gabriel and Saliba have one more game to go in this big season, and it's going to be in the biggest game of them all. Piero Hincapié starts at left back, and interestingly, Mosquera starts at right back over Yuri and Timber. Declan Rice starts in midfield alongside Martin Odegaard, and a bit of a wild card from Mikel Arteta as he plays Miles Lewis Skelly in the midfield too. Leandro Trossard on the left side with Kai Havertz up top over Victor Gyökeres, and Bukayo Saka is on the bench. Calafiori, Max Naumann, Eberechi Eze, Gyökeres and Madueke, Martinelli, Marino, Norgard, Timber, Zubimendi and Gabriel Jesus are all on the bench. Thierry Henry and Presnel Kimpembe both bring out the trophy. Tifos are unveiled. The players are about to walk out. It's all happening now. Talking now about PSG. Safanov has had a great season, becoming the club's first choice goalkeeper. He is given the start in the biggest game of the season. Ashraf Hakimi has completed the race to be fit. Him and Nuno Mendes will be there to play. William Pacho and Marquinhos also start. Vitinha, João Neves, and Fabian Ruiz are all in the midfield, and not a single change is made to the starting 11, barring the goalkeeper, to their triumph last year. Kvaratskhelia Kvaratskhelia and Desiree Doué are starting out on the right wide side, and Ousmane Dembele is up top for Paris Saint-Germain. Bradley Barker, João Fernandes, Lucas Hernandez, Lucas Chevalier, Kangin Lee, Baraldo, Gonzalo Ramos, Sami Mayulu, who scored in the Champions League final last year, Ibrahim Sangare, Zabani, and Warren Zaire-Emery are all on the bench for Paris Saint-Germain. The players walk out now. The great Champions League anthem is being played. Great piano tune for the players to walk out to here in Budapest. Well, for some of these players, it's going to be the biggest day of their careers. For some of them, it's just going to be another memory and another trophy to potentially add to the haul. Nevertheless, they will both be trying to get their hands on football's most prestigious club trophy. Arsenal favoured by some, PSG favoured by some. Reminder of the teams. Safanov in goal for PSG. Backline of Nuno Mendes, William Pacho, Marquinhos and Hakimi for the Parisians. Kvaratskhelia, Dembele and Doué start in the middle, up top, Fabian Ruiz, Vitinha and João Neves are in between the defensive and the attacking lines, which means not a single change to the starting 11 for any outfield players from PSG's triumph in Munich last year. Seni Mayulu is on the bench, as well as Bradley Barcola and Warren Zaire-Emery, who have all played their part in getting PSG to this final tonight. Lucas Chevalier is on the bench. Very big money spent on him in the summer, somewhat to become a backup goalkeeper, but he has played his part in getting PSG to this game here tonight. The captains are over to the side, Marquinhos and Martin Odegaard. Arsenal win the toss, and they will kick off in this final. Arsenal starting 11, David Raya got 18 clean sheets in the Premier League this season. Hincapié, Gabriel, Saliba, and Mosquera start in the back line. Lewis Skelly has moved back into his preferred midfield position to play alongside the great Declan Rice, who's been a pivotal part of Arsenal this season. Martin Odegaard, the captain, is in attacking midfield. Leandro Trossard and Bukayo Saka start in the wide areas, and Kai Havertz is preferred to Victor Gyökeres, Arsenal's top scorer this season in this great gargantuan game this season. Gyökeres is on the bench, however, alongside Noni Madueke, Ricardo Calafiore, Urian Timber, and Christian Nørgaard. Some of these players still in their teens. Some of them have just pushed 20. Some of them are pushing 30. Some of them are coming towards the latter stages of their careers. But one thing is for sure, that whether you're in your prime or whether your career is just starting, this will forever be one of the biggest games of your career. And Arsenal kick us off in this Champions League final with a great lob into the air. And now they try and find a way to go forward. PSG win it back. Upwards towards Dembele, but picked out by the Arsenal defence. The foul on Arsenal, and they will get a free kick on the halfway line. Luis Enrique, what a story he's had since he came to PSG. The trophies won, the memories made, the children remembered, the players he's etched into this club's history. As Mikel Arteta recently won his first Premier League title and his first Manager of the Season title. So, very high excitement for these two coaches. Declan Rice, standing on halfway, manages to lob it as far as the 18-yard box, headed down by Gabriel, and it will go out for a PSG goal kick. There's nothing looking too different to how we understand these two teams play. You know, last year I looked at it, that final. The reason why PSG won is because Inter Milan's way of playing the Italian football way, how they just how they would not be afraid to give over the ball and counter, use the set pieces to score. Thing is, they gave away the balls too much on against a team who thrive under possession, who have that Spanish tiki-taka flair under a coach like Luis Enrique, who has managed Barcelona and knows how to use great possession. No doubt Arsenal are strong in this, and no doubt they have defensive qualities, but given possession, they will go forward, they will look to try and take care of it. PSG in the back line trying to find a way to get it through Arsenal's line. They'll need to play their cards wisely if they're going to just try and get through and make something of the chance. Here's Hakimi. Passing game alongside PSG and their backline and their sixes. Arsenal put under a bit of pressure there, but the ball falls back for Vitinha. Here's Kvaratskhelia. Fabian Ruiz. Good play by PSG. Back to Nuno Mendes and held in the backline again by the Parisians. Vitinha. Good ball over the top, but cut by William Saliba. Now here comes Bukayo Saka. Good pressure from Fabian Ruiz. And it goes out for a PSG throwing off Mascara. A very interesting matchup in these teams today. And the foul on Saka is given by Fabian Ruiz. The referee gives it, just laying down his foundation that there won't be any nonsense taken, not in a game like this. Just looking like he puts a good shoulder into Bukayo Saka. Right decision, I think, to just give the foul. Is Rice. Havertz. Playing up top, but in somewhat of a deeper role right now. Trossard. And it's forward now for Kai Havertz, who is through. He's got Bukayo Saka on his side. It's Kai Havertz! And Arsenal have the lead! Kai Havertz! Who scored in the 2021 final for Chelsea, has put Arsenal 1-0 up inside 6 minutes in Budapest. A great drive forward. And Paris Saint-Germain are caught out. And you look at this. It just falls through. Comes off Martin Odegaard, I believe. Tried to be cleared by Hakimi. Comes off Odegaard. And it's a great near post finish from Kai Havertz. It's Trossard. There's going to be suggestions of handball. Marquinhos tries to clear it. Kicks it straight into Trossard. And it just falls at the feet of Havertz to go forward. And that is a great finish, to be fair. It's a hard finish when you can put it in at the near post. And after, like I've mentioned, the scorer for Chelsea in Porto in their triumph has put them ahead. PSG looking for a quick response. They're going to have a foul given to Arsenal on Lewis Skelly. And the momentum is with Arsenal now. Kai Havertz, who's only scored 2 goals in the Premier League this campaign, but he has managed 4 goals in 6 Champions League appearances. Arsenal will be loving this chance, and they will be loving the situation that they are in. And it is going to be the English champions who scored the first goal in Budapest. Well, there seems to be a bit of concern here on Fabian Ruiz, but he looks like he will continue. good player. And PSG will need good players if they want to get back in this game. Arsenal shifting towards the left side. David Ray with the long ball. Up towards the goal scorer, Havertz. That's one back now. Here's the run. Here's Desiree Doué. He's got a few players in the box, but he's got Arsenal defenders to deal with too, and it's a good cross in, but it's dealt with by William Saliba. Here's Leandro Trossard trying to make a quick attack for Arsenal. He's managed to wriggle through, but Hakimi's done well to win the ball back for his team. Questions about whether he'd be fit today. He's playing tonight with taped knees. But again, as said, you need your best players if you want to win in the Champions League final, especially when you're already 1-0 down. Dembele. One back by Bukayo Saka. And the referee gives the foul in favour of PSG. Mikel Arteta trying to spur his team on. It does look a bit like a foul. Comes through the back of him. Ruiz. Kvaratskhelia, one back by Declan Rice. Now for Bukayo Saka. And Vitinha. Well, it's got a bit of a touch, but it falls back for Arsenal. Nuno Mendes wins it back, and the referee, I believe he's given a foul the way of PSG, just in front of the halfway line. Taken quickly. Here's Hakimi. Doué. Capier trying to hold him back. Nuno Mendes. Kvaratskhelia. It's Vitinha in somewhat of a deeper role. Hakimi. PSG always looking like starting to look like a back three. Hakimi pushing up, trying to provide a bit of support on the right side, and Desiree Doué trying to move a bit inward. Here's João Neves. Vitinha. Finds Hakimi with the ball, Vitinha. Hakimi. Good move in. Force not quite for Kvaratskhelia, or maybe it will. And a big tackle by Gabriel there. Jumble up in the box. And it was Gabriel who got the final touch. And a crucial one at that, otherwise Kvaratskhelia would have been in. Going to take it quickly by PSG. In it comes Ruiz. Side netting. PSG, if they can find a way to get their noses back ahead tonight, they will become the first team to win back-to-back Champions Leagues since Real Madrid in 2017-18. However, should they lose, then they will become the first team to win a Champions League final and then lose it the next year since Manchester United in 2008-09. Nuno Mendes. Vitinha, a bit of space to drive into. Arsenal sitting back a bit deeper now. Kai Havertz almost playing on the left and Trossard playing through the centre now. Doué. Oh, that's a good ball through. Fabian Ruiz takes a shot and it's just wide. Didn't have much support. I think he makes the right decision, Fabian Ruiz. Declan Rice putting him under pressure. I mean, if he holds it up, Declan Rice can hold him up. Arsenal can completely reset their defence by the time that they by the time they are good to go. Now it's won by Marquinhos. PSG holding all the attacking cards right now. They're not being put under much pressure. The only one big chance Arsenal have had, they've scored from though, and it's the scoreline that matters. Free kick now for PSG. Given possession now, they're not quite thriving on it as much as they were in Munich. Hakimi. Fabian Ruiz. It's Due, plays it back now. Hakimi. Quinhos. Long ball by Safanov, going to cross halfway. But Gabriel's going to deal with it. Now it's going to fall for Vitinha, who's taken down by Lewis Skelly, and will win another free kick for the Parisians. Lewis Skelly. Very interesting shout by Mikel Arteta to give him the nod over players such as Eberechi Eze or Noni Madueke or Christian Norgard. He's not played much football this season in his left back role, but he's definitely done his bit when he's been called upon. And tonight he plays in his favourite centre midfield position. Ruiz on the ball now. Sire Due sitting somewhat deeper. Here's Hakimi. Marquinhos. Hakimi, no one quite in the middle for PSG, but he wins a corner. Swung in and falls right at the feet of Saka. PSG claim a handball by Arsenal's number 7. Referee hasn't said yes. VAR will surely check it in the background. At the moment, though, PSG are on the attack. Nuno Mendes. Ruiz. There's a chance to go in forward. One back by Mosquera. Here's Martin Odegaard. Arsenal looking for their first real attack since their goal. And it's claimed by Safanov. Ball through didn't quite reach Leandro Trossard. Ooh. And there is shouts there that it could be a handball. I mean, it does hit his hand, but it's come off his body. Somewhat of a bad control by Saka. PSG at 78% possession. That penalty shout has seemingly been checked and cleared by the VAR. No penalty will be given on Saka. Marquinhos with space to come forward and bring the back line of PSG forward. Vitinha. Ruiz. Due. Kvaratskhelia. Ruiz. No one looks like they're in PSG's centre forward position, so Dembele does knock the left across. Kvaratskhelia tried to flick it off for Dembele, but it's won back by Arsenal. Clearance doesn't quite make it. Hincapié into the midfield and again falls at the feet of Fabian Ruiz again. Vitinha. Nuno Mendes. Due. Tries to come through, and Mosquera and Saka win the ball back. Mosquera with a few tricks, plays it back to Declan Rice. Ray with the clearance up to Havertz, and his header is won by Pacho. João Neves away by Pacho again. And it's brought down by Gabriel. Here's Saliba under pressure by Hakimi, of all people. Towards Saka, Nuno Mendes won that ball. And now it's Pacho with it. Gives it back to Safanov. Marquinhos now. PSG blowing Arsenal off the field in terms of possession and passing stats. They've had most of it, but it's what you do with it that counts. However, attack, and surely it will come. Dembele. Hakimi to his right and feeds Doué. Hakimi gets it back off the young Frenchman, and it's given as Arsenal's throw-in. It's going to be given as Arsenal's throw-in. Ball in. Kvaratskhelia. Here's Pacho. Vitinha. Got nobody in front of him bar Arsenal players. Dembele. Ballon d'Or winner needs to shine tonight. Didn't score in the last one. Got an assist, but didn't score. How he'd love a goal tonight. How the Parisian fans would want a goal tonight. That ball through was claimed by David Raya. It's Havertz. Trossard did well, and it's going to be Arsenal's throw-in. There'll be no rush at all to take the throw-in quickly, Arsenal. Referee, just want to have a word of Hincapié here, potentially asking him to speed up the throw-in. Lewis Skelly. Havertz out wide to Leandro Trossard. That's not kept in there. Hincapié tried to throw it quickly, but didn't realise that the foul had been given the way of PSG. Now here's João Neves. Right, cleared. Odegaard. Plays it all the way back to his goalkeeper. It's a good long ball by David Raya. No Arsenal players challenging to win the header. It's won by Pacho. Here's Doué. Brings it down. Vitinha. Dembele's got it back now. Falls for Kvaratskhelia. Mosquera trying to hold off the Georgian. And Mosquera wins it back off Kvaratskhelia, and it goes out of Fabian Ruiz's foot. And there will be a quick stoppage in play now for a hydration break as this game is being played as an earlier kickoff. Bit of sunlight still in Budapest, and Hydration breaks somewhat becoming a bit more common. They are used a lot in football, but not so much in Europe due to temperatures and not much humidity. But they're becoming more practice now, so they will be happening a fair bit in the World Cup, less than a month. Be sure to tune in to Nutmegs and Knee Slides World Cup coverage, which will be much, much bigger than any coverage we've got so far. Florentino Perez there, by the way, at this game. You can see this goal back from Kai Havertz. He's just got space. He just takes it forward, makes the right decision by going directly forward for goal. Puts himself in somewhat of an awkward position, holding it just that little bit too long. Oh, but it's a great finish into the top corner. Arguably, Safanov should do better, especially at his near post and when he has support from players like Pacho. But Arsenal, they have the upper hand in this Champions League final. Nasir Al Khalifi in the stands tonight, watching alongside Stan Kroenke. The two owners of the clubs watching alongside UEFA officials. Mascara not in a rush to take the throw in. Eventually does, though. It falls at the feet of Bukayo Saka. Knocked out by Fabian Ruiz, and Mascara is going to have another chance from the throw in. PSG fans not happy with how long Mascara is taking these throw-ins. Here's Lewis Skelly. It's a great run forward by the youngster. Odegaard. Here's Bukayo Saka. Arsenal looking for their first big chance since their goal. In by Saka! And Trossard came in at a great point. Safanov putting his body on the line to reach that ball, and he's hurt himself in the process by the look of it. Decent ball in by Saka, to be fair, on his weaker right foot. Trossard comes in. Don't think Safanov actually gets a touch on it. Oh, no, he does. Commanding goalkeeping by the Russian keeper, and looks like it's Marquinhos' knee that has hit him in the back of the head. Checking whether or not he will be able to continue. Lucas Chevalier is warming up on the sideline. If he does come on, then it will be the first time a starting goalkeeper has been changed since Jens Lehmann's red card back in Arsenal's first Champions League final in 2006. Obviously, this wouldn't be for a red card, but it would force a goalkeeping change. It is a very good ball by Saka, especially when you do consider it is on his right foot. Obviously, the standards of Premier League footballers and European footballers are high. You know, they have to be good enough to play with both feet. Still, it's a good ball. Arsene Wenger in the crowd tonight, watching the game alongside Luis Figo. Roberto Martinez also in the crowd tonight. A few Portugal players that will no doubt be crucial parts of his World Cup plans. In Portugal's squad has already been announced. He's watching alongside Rafa Benitez. And it looks like Safanov will continue as PSG's goalkeeper. in this Champions League final. It's good work by Safanov to keep going. Will no doubt throw a decent 5 minutes or so on stoppage time in this first half when it comes along. And it will be 5 minutes that PSG will be looking to use wisely. Long ball is intercepted. Luis Skelly. One down by Odegaard. Rice. Coutinho gives it back to Marquinhos. PSG definitely looking to play with somewhat of a back three, allowing Doué to come in with and having Hakimi go on that wide side, especially when they are hunting for goals in this final. Need to find a way to get back into it. Here's Dembele taking on Hincapié. Dembele. Coutinho in support behind him. He now uses that support. Gives it back to the Ballon d'Or winner, Dembele. Dembele's ball in, and it's the header won by Gabriel. William Pacho is on the ground in the penalty box, though. Here's Doué. Marquinhos, referee, not stop the play. It's not Pacho that looks down, it's Nuno Mendes. Dembele. Mendes still not gotten up. Referee's not going to stop play, yo. João Neves. It falls now for Doué, who's gone down in the box, but it looks like it was a good challenge. And Hincapié away. And Nuno Mendes still somewhat looking hurt. Boos ringing out from the PSG fans. They want the play to stop, and the ball has been played out now to allow a stoppage for Nuno Mendes. There's no challenge by the looks of it. The ball comes in by Gabriel. You look at this thing on Doué. Yeah, it's well and truly won the ball. No penalty at all. Not challenge at all too by Gabriel. Nuno Mendes, just a little coming together. Seems to hurt a little bit in the moment. Never would have been given as a penalty, though. And that is another stoppage of injury for Paris Saint-Germain. Whether Luis Enrique will be forced to make any first-time substitutes for Safanov or Nuno Mendes, or a whole nother player together, would be yet to see. Here's Doué. Mendes. Fabian Ruiz making a run forward. David Raya is going to get there first, and he's going to play it out. Kvaratskhelia. Gives it now to Vitinha. Vitinha. Marquinhos. Vitinha. Out to Nuno Mendes. Vitinha. Hakimi. Dembele taking on Hincapié now. Marquinhos. He's Vitinha. Kvaratskhelia. Ruiz. Vitinha. Gives it wide to Doué. Vitinha. On the ball again, the Portuguese. Maestro in the midfield. Dembele brought down. Kvaratskhelia on the right side now. Dembele contemplating a shot. Plays it in, and it's an easy claim by David Raya. Back by PSG. Marquinhos now. Take on. And they've won a corner, Paris Saint-Germain. Vitinha. Mendes got space to go forward. Saka going to pressure him. And the ball comes in. And it was almost looking for, I believe it was William Pacho. João Neves. Gives it now to Hakimi. And it comes! Strong shoulder-to-shoulder challenge on Dembele. No penalty. Couldn't get around Gabriel. Doué. Coming inward now. Ruiz. One back by Declan Rice, who's got a bit of space to go forward. Not much actually, but he makes the most of what he's got. Mosquera. Forward ball now for Bukayo Saka, who's taken out by Nuno Mendes. Not a good challenge, and he will see potential yellow card for that challenge. In the back of Saka. Don't think the referee does produce a yellow card. Probably should for that one. Going into the back of Bukayo Saka. Now Arsenal from the set piece will be looking to go level. In swung by Declan Rice. The header. Maybe won by Gabriel, but either way, well over the goal and out for a PSG goal kick. Fabian Ruiz maybe hurt by Gabriel in that challenge. No, it's a bit of Havertz. The tussle. Gabriel came close, but that's dude Kai Havertz. Capier. Here's Vitinha. PSG going forward. It's 3-on-4. Now 4-on-4. Dembele has a shot and Gabriel's won it. Saliba. Trossard. Back by Doué. The Belgian brings the young Frenchman down, but the advantage is played. He's still got the ball. Doué chose not to pass to Dembele and concedes possession to Miles Lewis-Skelly. Rice. Saka calling for her on the far side, instead feeds Mosquera. Saliba. Oh, Saliba, the French centre-back against the French champions. Going forward now. Havertz. Arsenal trying to make something of the little possession that they've had now. They're getting a fair bit more of it, and they're going to try and go forward again. A second goal would not be unappreciated by the Arsenal coaching faithful and their fans. They've covered more ground, to be fair, but not completed anywhere near as much passes as the Parisians have. Gabriel. Here's Pacho. Kvaratskhelia. To Nuno Mendes now. Vitinha. Hakimi on the wide side. João Neves in support. He gives it to the Portuguese youngster. Vitinha feeds his fellow countryman. Marquinhos back to William Pacho. Marquinhos. Hakimi taking on his man. He's going to try and get a cross in. Mosquera falls for Kvaratskhelia. Nuno Mendes with the ball in, and it's dealt with by Gabriel. Havertz is going to try and get there first, but he won't. And a bit of a tussle from Hakimi. He had his hands across the top chest part, borderline of the neck around Kai Havertz, but not around it, just over the front, just trying to get a hand on the ball. Just trying to get a hand on the ball. I believe it was his throw-in, Hakimi. Referee doesn't look like he issues a card to the Moroccan, just fair warning to watch where he puts his hands and arms. Vitinha gives it to Ruiz in the deeper midfield area. Ruiz. Mendes. Dembele in the middle, making a run. He tries to feed it out. Got a foot on Gabriel. Doué falls at the feet of Declan Rice, and now here's Martin Odegaard. Touch or pass was not on point. PSG have it back now. João Neves out wide to Hakimi. Kvaratskhelia trying to give PSG numbers on that right side by switching over. Ball out. Goes out for a PSG throw-in, taken quickly. Vitinha. Inside the edge of the centre circle. Kvaratskhelia. João Neves. Pacho. Ruiz. Making a run forward, instead he feeds Nuno Mendes. Marquinhos. João Neves. Vitinha. Kvaratskhelia. Trying to work a little scap, but can't find one. Mendes taking on Mosquera and able to get a cross in, and it's not gone forward. Better chance now for Paris Saint-Germain. Nuno Mendes does well to beat Mosquera and gets the cross in. He just falls for Hincapie. He gets a touch out, the Ecuadorian, and just falls for Ruiz. Can't quite get his head over the ball, though. Marquinhos away. Towards Dembele. Lewis Skelly puts it out. That's going to be an Arsenal corner. Throw in, sorry. It's forward for Saka. One back by Pacho and cleared away towards Due. Little touches from Dembele and PSG trying to look to go forward, but Arsenal quick to get bodies back. PSG don't stop going forward though. Kvaratskhelia cutting inward. Doesn't opt to shoot or make a cross. Here's Dembele and it's well over the goal. Thierry Henry watching along with CBS Galazzo. Arsenal fans definitely very, very happy as it looks like they're going to go into half-time in this game 1-0 up. Kvaratskhelia. Mendes, one back by Declan Rice. Trossard. Kvaratskhelia gets a foot in there. The referee deems 6 minutes of added time are in order. Martin Odegaard. Saliba back to Gabriel. Oh, David Raya nearly had a slip there and was under pressure. Safanov came out to head away. Now it's Vitinha. Hakimi back to Vitinha. Ruiz. Kvaratskhelia receives it. Mikel Arteta calming his players to come across. Vitinha. Dembele. So to João Neves. Dembele doesn't quite get it back. João Neves going in with a aggression and a hunger to try and get that ball back. Kvaratskhelia. Nuno Mendes. Hakimi. Vitinha wanting it, gives it to Marquinhos. Now Vitinha gets it. It's been kept somewhat quiet, looked composed, and the shots by Due caught everyone off guard. But it was well off target. He was man of the match in the Champions League final last year. But unfortunately, it's not got going just yet in this final. Perhaps in the second half, PSG can find new energy to bring into this game. Declan Rice up to Bukayo Saka. So the feed of Kai Havertz. Mosquera. Saka gives it back to Kai Havertz. He's in for another chance! And Marquinhos holds him off. Looks like he slid in and won the ball, and it's picked up by Safanov. Straight away gives it to Hakimi, who gives it to Desiree Doué. Vitinha. Ruiz. Kvaratskhelia now. Still yet to really trouble Mosquera, the Georgian. Patinia. Dembele, not a bad ball through. It took a touch off of Kai Havertz and will go out for a PSG corner. 2.5 minutes of stoppage time left to play for PSG. Big chance for them to go ahead now. Referees just putting a halt to play first because David Raya under a bit of pressure by Fabian Ruiz. A bit too much for the referee's liking. It comes away by William Saliba. Mendes. Vitinha. Ruiz in open space and Vitinha manages to find him. Gonna put a shot in! Spilled by Raya. Luckily, he wasn't under much pressure from any PSG attackers. It was a decent shot by Ruiz. Had some spin on it. It was ready to claim, though. That's Kai Havertz's chance. Decent shot. Might have been going into Safanov's hands, to be fair, but Marquinhos sticking a leg in to make sure that it didn't have to do anything, his goalkeeper. Arsenal with a throw-in. Declan Rice going long. Not quite the flick on Capier would have wanted. And referee gives a goal kick, I believe. No, it's a corner. It comes off William Pacho. Kyle Saka just seeing out the last play of this half. Referee doesn't give him a chance to take the corner. Thinks Saka was taking too long and calls half-time immediately. So Arsenal are halfway there. They are 1-0 up in this Champions League final. PSG yet to really find a way to go forward. They will be looking for finding a way, though. PSG threatened a little bit, but not enough to try and put any pressure on Arsenal, trying to get the North London side to crumble. Although, currently, Arsenal's 6th-minute goal by Kai Havertz is enough to have them 1-0 up in this final at half-time. Teams will get a chance now to relax, regroup, and 15 minutes from now they will decide whether or not they are in a state of needing to change things or needing to come out in the same energy or get even better. But for now, it is Arsenal 1, Paris Saint-Germain 0 at half-time in this final. Just checking some settings.
This match brought to you by Follow Scores, UEFA Champions League official sponsor.
In 2026, the FIFA World Cup is coming to Vancouver, British Columbia, so you can experience the beautiful game from the best seats in the house and beautiful views from the best seats outside. The best seats await you in supernatural British Columbia. Learn how you can get yours at beautifulseats.ca.
Okay, now looking towards this game, looking towards the second half, it looks like Arsenal and that goal by Kai Havertz, they get a chance and they go forward. They made the most of it, to be fair. They've not gone forward as much as PSG have, but they haven't needed to because they are 1-0 up, and that is Arsenal's game, to be fair. They do sit, they do let the set pieces come along and make the most out of them, but they haven't used a set piece. Well, they haven't made a big chance out of a set piece. They haven't forced Safanov into a save or any defenders to make any heroic blocks from a set piece. Meanwhile, PSG, they need to up their game, I think. I mean, they are they need to be much, much better because they are trying to chase a Champions League title here. And they're playing like that. They need to be better. They need to be much better if they're going to get back into this game. And I think they can get back into this game. All they need is one goal and it's level, and its next goal could win you the Champions League. But yeah, I think that there's a bit of work to be done by Paris Saint-Germain. Still a lot of work to be done by Arsenal, The football's not been the prettiest, but it's worked. And that's what has mattered. So yeah, Arsenal, they'll be happy going into this break. They will want more. I have a feeling that Mikel Arteta won't be hungry for more. He won't be urging his team on to go get another goal. I think he'd like it. He'd say, be ready for a counter-attack, be ready for any sort of attacking counter we can make. Any way we can, if we go forward, don't be afraid to win us a free kick, win us a corner. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I think that's probably what Arsenal would be talking about in the changing room right now. As for PSG, I think players right now will be talking amongst themselves, trying to just find a way to think. We've all 11 of us, we spent a half of football playing against Arsenal. How are we gonna finally break them down? Like, what's it gonna take for us to break them down? What's it gonna take to break Arsenal? Because every time PSG get a counter-attacking chance, Arsenal are straight back to back. There's no PSG winning there's no 4-on-3s in PSG's attacking favour. No, it's always Arsenal getting bodies back so quickly. And that's obviously natural when you're playing 4 centre-backs, realistically. You're playing not 4 centre-backs, you're always playing with 4 backs, but you're playing with 4 centre-backs. Mosquera and Hincapié, they are centre-backs. When you play with them, they're going to naturally be more defensively minded. But at the same time, you've got to... you can consider that they will want to go forward at times, But yeah, I think at the moment, you'd have to say if the first half is anything like the second half, it's going to be Arsenal winning this trophy. Yeah. So yeah, straightforward. I think that is that's realistically what it will take to break down Arsenal. Keep PSG just got to keep playing their game. I think. I don't think there's any changes that they need to make. They just got to keep hold of their possession, keep going. They just got to be somewhat more direct and be able to go forward and just try and win a ball. Get a shot, get a shot away, take it from range. You've got players like Vitinha, Kvaratskhelia, who can shoot from range. Due and Dembele, they've taken shots from range and they've been well off. But again, they can shoot from range. Yeah, I think it's safe to say though that Arsenal have been maybe not better, but when it's mattered, they've taken their chance. There's going to be talks about whether or not that the penalty on Saka's hand should have gone ahead. I don't think so. I think it's not a penalty in my eyes. But it's quite even with who could win this game. And they will hope that PSG aren't out of this game just yet. And they're not. They can. All it takes is one goal and they're back in it. Just like that. That's all it's needed. That's all that it's going to take. So they just need to make sure that they, when they get a chance, because if they get a chance, they will need to be lucky with how many chances they get, and they might have to be a bit lucky when they put them away. But at the same time, they need to make sure that when the luck comes along, that they are taking their chance. They are getting a good shot away. They are testing David Raya. That's what they have to do. Because if they don't, they're not going to get anywhere near a goal. When they're already behind, they need to go forward. Anyway, quick second now to get a little bit of water and then be back just before we have the second half. And we're back. Just a quick rundown of any stats we want to try and find. Because when you look at some of these stats we've got, I mean, you look at it and you would think that it is Arsenal that should be winning this, and they are winning it. So yeah, having a look at some of these stats, I mean, so possession, 77% PSG have had, Arsenal only 23. And yet the XG, PSG have got 0.26 XG. Arsenal have got the 0.34. So Arsenal have got a higher XG than PSG do. PSG now coming back out for this game. Coming back out for the second half. Arsenal not out yet. Both teams have only had one shot on target. Arsenal have a bit more of a high percentage in the duels. PSG had 6 shots in this game. Arsenal only 3. Arsenal's shot accuracy is much better though. I mean, these stats definitely favour Arsenal as the better team. However, yeah, I think all these stats favour Arsenal, except for the passing and the distribution, and that's because PSG have had more possession. They have had more chance to pass it around a lot more. Arsenal coming out right now, walking out the tunnel. About to get ready for this big second half we have ahead of us. All right, and Arsenal are back out in this final. PSG are out. Both teams now are ready for the second half of pulsating football, hopefully. Mikel Arteta on his way out. A couple of PSG players having words with the referee. Just to check something. PSG kick us off. And we're back ahead. Vitinha going forward. And it comes and Gabriel gets rid of it. PSG trying to get a goal in the first minute of the second half. Mosquera is going to get booked for his time-wasting antics on the side. His throw-ins, Martin Odegaard not happy about it, trying to appeal somewhat to the referee. But at the same time, they have been like that at Arsenal. They have used some time-wasted tactics in this game. And that's the truth. It is what it is, though. I think he can do whatever he wants, but he does reap the risk of getting a yellow card, and that's what's transpired here. Marquinhos goes long, one back by Lewis Skelly. Oh, it's Saliba, actually. He's been fouled by Desiree Doué. Rice puts it out wide to Trossard. Declan Rice with the ball in, and too many PSG bodies for it to fall for an Arsenal player well enough. Arsenal players warming up on the side. They will be looking to make some subs soon. Mosquera wins it back. Hikapié, sorry. Havertz. Want to cross it into the middle two. Trossard. Declan Rice. Saliba. And Trossard puts it out for a PSG throw-in. Here's Safanov. Marquinhos, limited time now for the PSG captain to get his team back into this final. Vitinha. Vitinha going through well. Still going Vitinha. Oh, that's brilliant. Can he quite reach Nuno Mendes? And Vitinha! Heavy touch, and it's cleared by William Saliba. Showing the back of Kai Havertz there, and referee says that's fine. Doué now, taking on Declan Rice. And the cross was overhit, and it goes beyond Dembele. It's brilliant work there by Vitinha to get forward and eventually get the ball to Nuno Mendes. Received it back in the end, but again, a heavy touch. It's moments like that that cost PSG goals. Saka was offside there. Vitinha now. He's had that ball in the deeper areas of this midfield. Well, it's almost in line with the back line at times tonight. Kvaratskhelia. Hakimi and Dembele in support. He chooses Dembele. Hakimi making a run. He's gone beyond the last defender, though. Coming back, though. Hincapié. Safonov. And on there, Marquinhos. Pacho. It's Vitinha. Again, picking the ball up in these deeper areas, Vitinha. Almost as another centre back. Ruiz. Bele's pass hit Trossard and goes out for a throw in. The throw in deemed to be a foul throw by the referee and will be an Arsenal one now. David Ray with the long ball. Safonov again coming out to win the header. Scara. Gives it to Kai Havertz and PSG have it back. Safonov now. Gabriel under pressure now by Hakimi. The foul was given PSG's way. Mikel Arteta not agreeing with that decision. Kvaratskhelia. Comes Marquinhos. Dembele. João Neves. His pass fell straight for Saka. Arsenal trying to start a counter-attack now, but the referee's pulled it back for a foul on Due, and he's booked Saka as well. And Arsenal will want to have a look at that. So goes in. I mean, he fights for the ball. I mean, he's somewhat got studs up, but that's just him trying to take a touch with the ball. Referee must deem it dangerous play and in so produces a yellow card. Meaning that the two players on the right-hand side for Arsenal are now on yellow cards. Big distance here now for this free kick. PSG trying to just talk about who can take it. The fullbacks and Vitinha standing over it. It will be Hakimi and decently hit. Was falling towards the bottom corner, but David Reyes saw it all the way. Gabriel's long ball up to Kai Havertz. Doesn't win a foul. And probably the right decision again. Nuno Mendes. Out wide now to Kvaratskhelia. Vitinha. Marquinhos. Hakimi. Vitinha. Nuno Mendes. Mendes still got the ball. And goes out for an Arsenal throw-in. No, sorry, PSG throw-in. Fabian Ruiz taking on. And it was Kvaratskhelia who was taking on as well, by the way. Hakimi knocked into a foul, Leandro Trossard. Referee might come back to that. And Trossard has it back. Gives it back to Raya, and Raya sends it clear up towards Kai Havertz. He's got support. Referee gives the foul on William Pacho. Fair enough. I think Havertz, he had his hands pretty high, I think. Yeah, I mean, Pacho grabs him first, but Havertz like to push in the face, you know. It's a free kick. It's not a big wall, so Kimi can just go around it. It's not the worst of decisions in the end. Arsenal still holding on in this final. Just over 30 minutes of the 90 still to play in Budapest. Hakimi. Ruiz. Marquinhos. It comes and it's still quite calmly, I think. Nuno Mendes somewhat fouling Bukayo Saka, and Arsenal have a free kick. Raya. Ball goes out and it's going to be a PSG throw-in. Marquinhos. Vitinha. Vitinha to Marquinhos again now. Dembele. Putting off Hincapié. Chance to come inward now. Vitinha to Pacho. Back to Vitinha. And still trying to win the ball. The referee's given the foul against Arsenal again. It's not a bad ball through. And Durasire Due. Hincapié didn't quite get to his man. Lewis Skelly touches over the top. That's another big chance for PSG. João Neves. Kvaratskhelia tries to put a cross in and wins a corner for his team. Scara filled with energy on a yellow card, but that's not going to stop him from putting in every last tackle he can. Kvaratskhelia got a bit of a bloody knee there. Punched away by David Raya. Vitinha. Mendes. Kvaratskhelia doesn't pass to Dembele. Now he does. Kvaratskhelia gets it back, and the referee's given a penalty. Not taking any complaints for Arsenal. He's given the penalty the way of Real PSG. He's given the penalty the way of PSG. Brilliant play by Kvaratskhelia and Dembele in the edge of the Arsenal penalty box. Referee is having no complaints by Arsenal. He's taking it one at a time, talking to Martin Odegaard. Great work to get through again by Ousmane Dembele. Kvaratskhelia, who still continued to play on despite having a badly grazed leg. And now with that, looks like a definite penalty. There's a VAR check going on, but I would be surprised if they overturn this. Penalty is given. He's using the time now to give Kvaratskhelia a little bit more treatment for his leg. And his decision stands that it is a penalty. The Georgian who struggled to get in this game so far. One moment is all it takes. Because you've had one moment and they're going to need another one here to convert this penalty. It looks like it will be Vitinha to take the penalty. And by the looks of it, it won't be Vitinha that takes the penalty. It's going to be Ousmane Dembele. The Ballon d'Or winner, Ousmane Dembele, when his team really need him, and he converts it! The pyrotechnics are out! The flags are out! PSG are not out of this game yet. Ousmane Dembele sends David Raya the wrong way. There is still hope for the Parisians, and we're all square. Great penalty right into that bottom corner. The momentum shift is definitely there. PSG have got a goal. It'll mean that Arsenal do need to make some changes tactically and in terms of players. Christian Mosquera coming off now And Urian Timber is coming on to play at right back. Victor Gyökeres also looks like he's going to come on for Arsenal. And Martin Odegaard is going to come off. The captain makes way for the Swede. Victor Gyökeres coming on when Arsenal need goals. They will need to change tactics, Arsenal. They've been very defensive in the second half, but right now, what they need is goals. It's just about dealt with there. Arsenal going to throw in. Arsenal fans standing up and standing strong. Gabriel. Is Lewis Skelly. Referee gives the free kick the way of PSG. Marquinhos. Trossard. Ball goes up towards Havertz. Cleared away by William Pacho. And looks like the referee gave the free kick back there for an offside call on Arsenal. Dembele. Capier trying to give PSG's goal scorer a hard time now. A chance now for PSG as they go forward. Switch ball across to Hakimi. Acres of space in the pitch. Hakimi's cross and it's come off Hincapié. More stewards now being called out. Pyrotechnics. Everything is going down in the PSG area. They are in this game now. Are Arsenal still? Doué. Hakimi. In by Dembele. It's not the worst of balls, but it's just comes down the wrong side of the byline. Well, it's fair to say that it's not been the absolute route that PSG had last year. Penalty by Dembele gets his first goal in a Champions League final. Great chance for him. Ousmane Dembele, 8 goals in the season's Champions League as there is a hydration break again.
Celebrity pulse there. Trossard is taking some treatment. Also, we have the 1 minute break with 20 minutes of the 90 still to play, and that's going to stand, of course, the possibility of half-time beyond.
Arsenal still got some way to go in this game, as do PSG. 20 minutes left of the 90. 22 players on the pitch there, all waiting for a moment where they could make themselves a hero. Towards Gyökeres, played down by Pacho. Is Trossard. Can't quite get a shot away beyond João Neves. There's Doué. Gone out for an Arsenal throw-in.
You can already see with the boys that Arsenal have committed further forward that the dynamic has changed in the game.
Raya. Oh, he's giving it away there. Hakimi into Dembele. This is a big chance for Dembele. Can't get it on target. David Raya just slipping up, and that's a big chance too for Ousmane Dembele. Arguably, he's got to at least hit the target there. Take on Kvaratskhelia, taking on Urian Timber. Neves. Vitinha gonna have a shot! And he was not far away at all. Definitely got Raya jumping. Slices the top of the net too. The long ball by Hincapié. Up towards Kai Havertz and the header on. Kai Havertz up doing the physical battle, and Safonov came out to get to the ball before Bukayo Saka did. He's not had much to do in this second half, Safonov, but that was a moment he was needed. Doué. Hakimi. Hincapié. Holding up to Desiree Doué. Vitinha. Fabian Ruiz. Pacho. Hakimi. Well, one back by Hincapié. Gyökeres. Trossard with the chop. He's got support in the middle. Chooses to hold on to it, though. Lewis Skelly. Gyökeres tripped off. Trossard. Saka. Havertz going all the way back to David Raya. Let's quite get there. Trossard. He's got a throw for Arsenal. Gyökeres. Trossard gets it back now. In it comes, and Pacho came out. Falls back for Trossard again. Hincapié goes beyond everyone. Eventually comes to Urian Timber. Bukayo Saka. Now in the captain's armband. Lashes a shot and it hits Fabian Ruiz. Lewis Skelly. In it comes, and there's a big chance there for Timber. Pacho did his bit. Not over yet for Arsenal. Here's Saka. Again. Well defended by PSG. Here's Kvaratskhelia now. He's got space to go forward. It's 3-on-4 in Arsenal's favour. Kvaratskhelia! He's hit the post. Wow. I mean, numerous chances on the bounce for Arsenal. Then Kvaratskhelia gets him behind his man. He's got support, chooses to go alone. It is on target. And it is deflected onto the post. There's in the corner now. Here's Nuno Mendes. And it's another Paris Saint-Germain corner. They've had a fair few of those tonight. It was Lewis Skelly that touched it onto the post. Somewhat lucky on another day, he slices it into his own net beyond his keeper. And Dembele. His corner goes over the goal and out of play. Goes down. Gyökeres to Havertz. Rice on the spin. Saka. Bukayo Saka, and PSG's defence does their duties again. Arsenal stranding together a fair few, given away by Lewis Skelly. Here's Desiree Doué. Doué. Miles Lewis Skelly spares his own blushes there, the youngster. Had Doué been in there and made a good chance for PSG, would have been some moment for the surprise starter for Arsenal. Martinelli and Madueke getting ready to come on now for Arsenal. Here's Gyökeres. Trossard is tackled. Ruiz. Upward ball for Hakimi. Dembele. Gives it back to Ruiz. In the last 15, possession has been somewhat even. PSG have had a few attempts on target. Arsenal have troubled them somewhat, though. And now 10 minutes left of the 90. You'd assume there'd be a bit of added time for substitutions and penalty checks. Vitinha. Marquinhos. Fabian Ruiz. Dembele. Kvaratskhelia taking on his man, doing well to get through, to be fair, Kvaratskhelia. And Arsenal win it back. Lewis Skelly trying to go forward quickly, and maybe a bit too quickly. Vitinha gets it back. Doué taking on his man and winning another Paris Saint-Germain corner.
Immense jeopardy now. This is Pedro the Sun itself. Into which Martinelli and Madueke are going to be tossed.
Number of corners, to be fair, PSG. This is going to be their 9th corner of this game. Kenyoson, who is scaling a bit of a tussle there. And in it comes, and Pacho couldn't quite bring the header down. And now Arsenal take their chance for substitutions. Leandro Trossard coming off for Gabriel Martinelli. Scored Arsenal's first goal of this Champions League campaign back at Athletic Bilbao in September. And Bukayo Saka, the captain for the last 10 minutes of Arsenal, is coming off for Noni Madueke.
Certainly the case of Martinelli, very different player to Trossard.
Another change for PSG too. Kvicha Kvaratskhelia has played his part tonight. He's replaced by Bradley Barcola. It's almost as if now that these two teams are setting up for extra time. Almost found its way through for Kai Havertz there. Gyökeres keeping it alive. Nkapie gets it back off Gabriel. Nkapie plays it in for Gyökeres, and Marquinhos has dealt with it. Two teams are still chasing this game. Declan Rice taking a long throw in now. It's Rice's one in, and it's going to fall, or will it? Doesn't fall for an Arsenal player. And now PSG have a chance to go forward. Bradley Barcola got a turn of pace. He's in now. It's Bradley Barcola! And David Raya came out at the perfect time. Timber was beaten for pace. So was Saliba. Raya had to come out there. Arsenal trying to play around to get out, and they might just have done that. Martinelli, but it's won back by Marquinhos. Vitinha having a shot. Marquinhos wants a handball for hitting the Arsenal player. So does Luis Enrique, but they're not going to get one, PSG. They still have possession, though. Vitinha. Marquinhos. Here's Ruiz. Doué. Barcola. Hakimi. Wide. Vitinha. Marquinhos now. PSG just trying to find a way through. What a pocket of space now coming to be filled by Doué. And PSG have got their 10th corner of this game. Capier looks like he's cramping up a little bit now. David Raya. Not only does he come out at the right time, but also how he just makes sure that he does not carry that ball out of the box. Saka headed away. Vitinha. Away by... It was Gabriel. And it's Pacho sold himself short. Martinelli now. Madueke. And the pass. Oh, Martinelli's pass. It just lacked a target. Big chance for Arsenal. Ruiz. PSG playing almost with a sense that they've accepted that this game might go to extra time. Vitinha. Marquinhos. Doué. Gives it to Hakimi. Not a bad ball in, and John Neves can't quite get a good header in. Maybe now they can try again, and Hakimi couldn't get it on target. And it's getting tension-packed now. We could well see 7 minutes of added time. Up it comes. Gyökeres. Dragged out the way there by Marquinhos. Hincapié. Gabriel. Giving it to Martinelli in the middle. Hincapié. Gabriel. PSG fans spurring their team on. Can they respond to their fans' energy? Upward ball for Doué. PSG have got time. It's Desiree Doué. It's Vitinha! And it was just centimeters too high. Very good run in by Doué. Vitinha, great shot. PSG fans turned on the pyrotechnics when they scored their penalty. It's almost like they knew they were going to have a big chance there. They very well did. David Raya has gone down now. Receiving a bit of treatment now. You must say the fans have been brilliant. Referee indicates 6 minutes of added time for either one of these teams to go on and win it in the 90.
And indeed from all around the world, wearing the colours of these famous clubs. There's not much by way of neutrality. There is a lot of tension.
Arsenal fans looking like they're feeling the tension more than any Paris Saint-Germain fans, but still trying to get their team over the line. If neither one of the teams managed to score, then this would be the first Champions League final to go to extra time since 2016, when Real Madrid did their great penalty success over Atletico Madrid in Milan. Big win there. Dembele looking like he might be pulling up, and Luis Enrique may be questioning whether or not he can play on for extra time. Started to get a little bit of a limp, Paris Saint-Germain's number 10. Gyökeres. Looks like he did decent to try and get the ball back from João Neves, but referee deems it as a foul. Due. Here's Vitinha. Gonzalo Ramos getting ready to come on. Just see him for Ousmane Dembele. Ruiz. Marquinhos. Marquinhos. Ruiz. Due. Great work to take on his man and cleared away by Gabriel. He's going to get a second bite of the cherry here. He's crossed it in and PSG are going backwards with it. Pacho. Ruiz. Martinelli cleared it as far as Marquinhos. Hakimi. João Neves. Marquinhos. Marquinhos. João Neves. Mendes. Vitinha. Marquinhos. Likes to go forward. Hakimi. Ruiz. Maybe one more chance for PSG before stoppage time is over. Vitinha. Ruiz. Fabian Ruiz. Inward ball for Bradley Barcola. Not quite taken though. Madueke. Here's Kai Havertz, held off his man, and he's been brought down by João Neves, who will see a yellow card. He is cramping up a little bit by the looks of it. Paris Saint-Germain's first yellow card of the night. And they'll use this chance now. Ousmane Dembele, 8 goals in this Champions League season, comes to an end for him as Gonzalo Ramos comes on for Paris Saint-Germain. Arsenal, 20 seconds left of stoppage time. Can they find a late winner? It's Reyes ball up. Gabriel, not quite falling for Havertz there. Gabriel. Martinelli. Inward ball! And not quite falling for Kai Havertz. Saliba. Upward ball now. Madueke. Pressure on Timber now. In by Saliba. Gabriel up in the box. And here come PSG. Here's Bradley Barcola. They're looking to attack. And it's Bradley Barcola who's hit the crossbar. Arsenal, by the merest of margins, are still in this Champions League final. He's not hit the bar, he's hit the side netting. And this game will go to added time. After 90 minutes, it is 1-1. There is not much. After a stats refresh now, possession favours PSG a lot, but not as much as after the first half. 3/4 of possession has been on Paris Saint-Germain's side this game. Players now getting the physios to help them decramp. Paris Saint-Germain, 3 shots on target. Still only 1 from Arsenal, which they have scored from. 18 shots from Paris Saint-Germain, 3 of them on target. 4 shots from Arsenal all game and only 1 on target. And shots galore. 10 corners from Paris Saint-Germain. Not a single one from Arsenal yet. XG does favour Paris Saint-Germain, though. Arsenal's XG is now 0.36. Paris Saint-Germain's is now at 1.44 goals. Coming very, very close now here. Quick second. We'll be back before extra time begins.
His quality areas, but he thought, okay, hang on a minute, what have we got? Like 6 minutes, 96 minutes, 97, and his final touch, even his last 2 touches before, he just got away from goal when he could have come right inside, got himself in front of the defender, and had a one-on-one with the keeper.
Cody Shanahan and Mark Schwartz mentioned when they were on the sideline how humid it is, and I think that's why you can see all these players going down.
Of course, I'm dead late as well. And I was saying, you saw Hakimi down. Hakimi hasn't played since the first league in 5 years. Julian King hasn't played since March. And
You spoke about Nick coming on for Arsenal.
yeah, I do mention a couple will be coming out. I won't take away anything we as well because we're probably important. So the other thing I will say about Paris, we said this at half time, is that Chin started to shoot. And he was so they're tackling here. I think Paris is something good as well in terms of the fact that their last game was in 2 weeks ago.
There is still much to do with these players. By the looks of it, Everett Chieze is going to get ready to come on for Arsenal. Maybe he can make a difference. He's been there in many of their big games.
Yeah, it's uncharacteristic of Eze as well. Players at this point now, this is a great player to have. We've been calling for him for the last half an hour. Zubimendi for a bit of control, and now Eze for speed, quality. If he starts carrying the ball forward, then all of a sudden your central defence of Paris can start getting a little kind of.
Side of him is in cap
Yes,
view.
you've got Hudson Holker on one side, you've got
Side of him is in cap view.
and now Eze very, very.
Havertz now is on his way and his goal side, and Saka's going to join him here. It is Kai Havertz. Usman Dembele, perfect.
You cannot leave Buckle in a position where he get behind us. That's impossible. If he's missed two, he's not going to miss the third one. And for you now, you've got Eze on the other side. Jeez, I tell you what, it's very, very finely balanced.
Extra time.
Andoni Raola is set to become man, do you want an ice cream?
Here we go. The Champions League final is underway in added time. 30 more minutes of football to be played, and then penalties if still needed. Safe to say this final has not been as comfortable for PSG as last year's was. Arsenal, early goal, and have defended and defended. PSG did persist, and they've got a goal out of it. You never know what's going to happen. Just to confirm, too, Miles Lewis-Skelly has been replaced by Eberechi Eze. And there may well even been another change for Arsenal. Can't say for sure. I'll just check. Yes, Martin Zubimendi has come on too. Kai Havertz has gone off. Very interesting changes now. Havertz, the goal scorer. 2 goal scorers are now off the pitch. Havertz and Miles Lewis-Skelly off. Zubimendi and Eze on. Here's Madueke. Madueke! Away by Pacho, and Arsenal get their first corner of the night. Ronnie Madueke standing over Arsenal's first corner of this Champions League final. We all know how efficient they are with corners. It's good ball in by Madueke. And headed away by Gonzalo Ramos for another Arsenal corner. Swung in again by Madueke. It's another decent ball, but the height was good. It was just not accurate enough. Nicholas Yova, the set-piece coach, trying to find how Arsenal can unlock PSG from any set pieces they can get in this extra 30 minutes. straight out of Safanov. Upward ball, Pacho. Eze's heavy touch. It gets cleared to now Saliba. David Raya up and long. Falls now for Madueke. Enrique not happy. His team haven't dealt with that. Madueke. And it's Timber, and he's in shock that that's been given as a free kick. Didn't look too much like a foul. It could have just been fine. He's got a face. His hands in the face of João Neves. I think that's what it's been deemed for. Another change now for PSG. Fabian Ruiz. He's had a decent night. He's coming off now for Warren Zaire Emery. Enrique, it's like he's demanding a bit more from his team. Saliba, back to David Raya. It's all the way across, but goes out for a PSG throw-in. Can't quite find Hincapié. One back by Rice. It's Eze. Tried to feed it through, but couldn't quite get it to Timber. And Mendes trying to see it all the way out. Zaire Emery only taking it further to the corner. Madueke is Timber. Rice. Timber into Gyökeres, the heavy touch. Wasn't good enough, and it's going to be a PSG free kick. Through comes the ball. Gabriel. Long ball by David Raya. Martinelli coming around. His touch went too far in front of him, and Marquinhos was able to win it back. Ramos taken out by Gyökeres. He's going to get a yellow card for that one. And the Swede sees himself in the book, denying a promising chance for PSG. Martinelli, I mean, he's got to get rid of it quicker, I think. His touch has gone not only too far forward, but too far towards Marquinhos, giving him an easy tackle somewhat. Vitinha standing over the free kick now. Referee having a word to a few of the players preparing to make their run in. It's in by Vitinha and away by Saliba. Only as far as Pacho and out for a throw-in, I believe. Sven Dembele trying to get ideas going with his team. And the fourth official just bringing Mikel Arteta back into his technical area. Marquinhos. Nuno Mendes. Vitinha. It comes. Just about gets past Subamendi. Oh, it's a great run forward and the shot by Hakimi. Just a bit too high. Now played 100 minutes of football and we are still level at 1-1. Scalia, Havertz, many good players been subbed off so far in this game. 22 players on that pitch. Got a chance to write their names in the history books with a goal. Mikel Arteta trying to catch the ball, get it going again as quick as possible. The coaches both demanding lots from their players now. 20 more minutes left in their seasons. It's all they have. One last push, and the reward could be great. Here's Madueke. He's gone down, Madueke! Might well have been a penalty. Referee says no, play on. But it is definitely worth a look. In the meantime, Arsenal's entire bench has come up for it. Rice in shock. They've still got to defend it in case it's not a penalty, though. Doué. Hakimi. Back to Desiree Doué. Here's Hakimi. Doesn't cross it. Instead gives it to Doué. Vitinha. Mendy's still fighting. And then it comes away by Gabriel. Calling for the referee. Checked and cleared that it is not a penalty. And he's given the yellow card to Declan Rice for complaining. And a yellow card to Mikel Arteta. Let's have another look at this. It's very, very close. It's a very close challenge. I mean, if I was in VAR, I would see that and I would give that as a penalty. I mean, VAR obviously says no penalty and it will be play on and it still remains 1-1. Only now, Declan Rice and Mikel Arteta both on yellow cards. Big scenario now. Mendes. Looking away now. Here's Hakimi. All as far back as Pacho. Lucas Beraldo is getting ready to come on now. 2 minutes of added time in this first half of extra time. Here comes Due. Mendes. Vitinha. João Neves. Due coming a bit deeper to receive. Doesn't get it though. Instead, Hakimi does from João Neves. Taking on Gabriel Martinelli. It's far enough to get a cross in, but it's knocked out by the Brazilian. As far as Marquinhos, Pacho to Nuno Mendes. Nice little skill. It could have been a good ball if Due had read the situation and knew that that was the plan. Zaire Emery now. Back Ramos. Madueke. Eze. Zubimendi. It's a good ball up. And Gyökeres touches it out for a PSG throw-in. And that will be the first half of extra time done. Arsenal fans booing the referee's decision. They do not agree with his decision on the potential penalty. Nothing they can do about it though. Vitinha starting to look like he's picked up a few cramps.
Paris Saint-Germain 1, Arsenal 1. So that is a problem done for Vitinha and others in the PSG team, but as we were observing, it is a bigger problem for Arsenal. Yes. They've got nowhere to go in terms of the bench. They've got no renewal, have they? So if you're out there in an Arsenal shirt, you have to finish no matter what. Paris Saint-Germain, if Vitinha can't continue, he is a key player. He makes everything happen.
It's going to get very exciting now. The calls are definitely, I mean,
twice, and the second one's he'll be a key penalty taker. There's a key penalty save once upon a time, Edwin van der Sar. Played goalkeeper for Juventus and Manchester United in conversation with Rio Ferdinand. One of the finest goalkeepers of his defenders in his generation.
Substitution now for PSG. Lucas Beraldo and Zabania coming on for Vitinha and Marquinhos. The unfortunate thing for that is if this game does go to penalties, Vitinha and Marquinhos, they are two big losses.
If you needed to know, there's some controversial ways I'm going to raise my son. For context, my wife and I already have a 3-year-old daughter, so some of these will apply to her also. Number one, there will be 0 gendered toys in our house. If my son wants to put
Ronaldo is just going to step into that midfield area. At this moment, it looks like it may be the case.
Welcome everybody to Budapest, Hungary, where tonight two teams.
throw in box seats at the menu and we have a deal.
Stratford End, best we can.
And now we are 15 minutes remaining in this final.
So, now for something to happen, the 2026 Champions League final will be decided from the penalty spot. That's what Champions League final has been for 10 years. So now the Atletico Madrid.
10 years ago was the last time there was penalties used to separate two teams in a Champions League final. Might well be necessary again, unless either Arsenal or PSG can find a winner. Long ball up towards Barcelo. Not seeing much of him in extra time. To Pacho. Zabani. Beraldo. Zaire Emery. Long ball across. Headed across. David Raya came. And Zubamendi had to get a foot in there. No, it's a great ball in. Great decision by Desiree Doué. Not Doué, Barcola. Comes in at the perfect time. Ramos would have had a tap in. David Raya, great decision to come though. Taking out his man there, Declan Rice. Doué.
PSG and Luis Enrique can play on that. He's still playing in the back line in Caprio, which is really surprising. He could barely move. now. Chelsea doesn't really get the ball.
David Raya goes along. Picked over by Declan Rice. As he didn't get there. Timber. Madueke taking on Desiree Doué. Gets a trip up and it will be a free kick for Arsenal.
Ready to take. The end of the ground that looks a little like a suburb of North London. Right in front of the Arsenal masses. This would be a moment to create some scenes.
Declan Rice standing over this free kick. In it comes! Safanov came! And got a big hand to it. Out as far as Hakimi. Zabani into the middle. He's got 3 of his own players in there.
That's the play. Suitable for Mendes.
Zaire Emery. Strong shoulders from Martinelli. And Capier. Ball up for Gyökeres. Good wait on the pass back to Safanov. Otherwise, Gyökeres might have been in there. João Neves. Held up in some heavy traffic now. Neves. Hakimi. João Neves. Here's Beraldo. Upwards for Beraldo. Mendes. Plays it across for Zabani. Hakimi. Gets it back, Hakimi. Beraldo. Pacho. Zabani. Hakimi. And for João Neves. Trying to get in around the back of Zubamendi. And the offside flag has gone up. The PSG fans' energy has definitely not gone down yet. Corner is given the way of PSG. It's their 11th of the night. In by Doué. Head out to Martinelli. Just gone out into open space. Back to Safanov now. To Pacho. Zabani. Doué. Desiree Doué. Neves. Doué. Nuno Mendes. Out to Zabani. Pacho. Douay. Zaire Emery. And the cross comes in, and David Raya claims it before it reaches Gonzalo Ramos. Rice headed down towards Eze. Mixed up in the back almost from Arsenal, but have it under control. Gabriel. Zubamendi. Here's Saliba. Arsenal playing it round in the back, just wanting to see out some possession. Right, his ball goes on. Mikel Arteta urging his team on, urging them to come across, give PSG a bit of pressure. Eze brings it down. Hincapié. Eze. Madueke almost fed through by Eze. Nuno Mendes. Is Zabani. Hakimi. Now Barcola. Hakimi. Beraldo. 5 minutes now of the 120 minutes. Zabani. Gets it back. Hakimi. Barcola. Swung in and dealt with by Gabriel. Douay. Christ got a touch, take the spin off it. Neves. They come. Douay. It's Beraldo. PSG holding some decent possession here. Zabani. Neves. Hincapié slipped. Neves can put in a good cross. And it's Douay! And David Raya catches it before it can dip under the bar. Madueke. Fouled by Nuno Mendes. He's going to get a yellow card for that one. The Portuguese left back. Arsenal setting up now. Big chance there. Gabriel heads away. Falls for Douay. Ray's got to reorganise. David Raya will take this free kick, most likely sending it long. Can Arsenal find a goal from it though? Upward towards Capier. Goes out for a goal kick, Arsenal. Told to reset now.
Not that much, really. Get the feeling they'd set up a penalty too.
Mikel Arteta getting his team all set and ready for what could be a big penalty shootout. But first, they've got to do with this. Beraldo. Touch out for some Madueke. Oh, Madueke, that's great work. Doesn't come back! And Timber into the side netting. Yeah, I think that's a shot. He meant for that to be a shot there, Timber. And Capier launches one throw in. Balls for Eze. He's got space to go now. Zubimendi. Opts not to cross. Rice. Madueke. Good ball in and Beraldo heads away. Here's Gabriel. Gyökeres. Gyökeres is missed. Deflected wide for an Arsenal corner. Referee saying just 1 minute is all that's needed on. This is the last moment for Arsenal. Arsenal, so good at corners this season. It's their speciality. And they have one corner to win them the Champions League. In by Madueke. Headed up by Barcola. Martinelli. Comes out now to Declan Rice. And a goal! Bounced out for a corner off Hakimi. And the referee blows for full time. The 2026 Champions League final will be decided by a penalty shootout. It is going all the way to the penalty shootout. You never know what you get in the Champions League. What you do know, though, is that in football, it never gets any closer than a penalty shootout.
Everything, absolutely, and his ability, absolutely vital now. And Safanov, his overall record of penalties, saved 1 from 4 in his career, saved 10 from 41. In terms of his penalty shootout,
And now it's very, very close.
in the Intercontinental Cup, formerly known as the FIFA World Cup, you know, it's a different one now, and they played Flamengo. He saved 4 penalties straight. So that was some type of a record. So we know that David Ray had saved normal circumstances 6 from 40 penalties, but he saved 4 from the last. And he's had 2 shootouts at Arsenal. One against Manchester United, he saved 0. And of course, 2 seasons ago, the season
And you look back on this penalty.
down to 16, remember, at the Emirates. And he saved 2
You look back on penalty shootouts. David Raya, well, he might have a good record or a decent record at saving penalties. When it comes to a shootout, he's had his fair share of struggles.
somebody shout for this, you've got to shut it out completely. Okay, the cramp could be an issue. That could be an issue with circulation. Could be an issue. There was a player in our team who used to get nervous. He used to lose a lot of magnesium. He'd get cramps for the first 5 or so games of his career. That could be anything. But right now, it's really going to come down to both goalkeepers, both Safanov and Raya.
And the advantage to the team that takes first
66.6% of penalty shootouts. Correct. Go to the
once they get themselves in front, and whichever team is lagging behind in the scores, or it's the pressure really makes.
Probably feeding in after a game like that.
David Raya and Safanov are checking all their tactics. Kepa and the goalkeeper coaches are with David Raya. He has to step up now. It's been great tonight. He's done what he can to keep the clean, to only concede 1 goal. But now it is down to David Raya, Safanov, and the penalty takers. Declan Rice and Achraf Hakimi now are the captains of the 2 teams. All right, PSG. So the penalty shootout will be taken down at the end of the PSG fans. And as for who goes first, it will be PSG as well. Big shootout now. The champions of Europe are going to be decided by a couple of spot kicks. You never know what you're going to get when you have spot kicks in this manner. PSG fans and Arsenal fans alike are heads in their hands, scared, nervous, happy, ready. Emotions are everywhere. So, first penalty taker for PSG will be Gonzalo Ramos, who of course missed a penalty at PSG against Olympique Lyon earlier on in the season. Whether he can move on from that miss is another thing. But first off, it will be Gonzalo Ramos. David Raya not quite standing on his goal line. Okay.
European Cup finals, starting with Chris Crockett's famous wobbly knees for Liverpool in Rome in 1984. Most recently, one Fran hit the adult lax post.
And now,
Madrid and Real Madrid
It is now referee giving his final words to the goalkeepers. In football, it's a game of how many goals you can score. In a penalty shootout, it's a game of how many goals can you save. The pressure is on the goalkeepers now. First penalty taker will be Gonzalo Ramos against David Raya. Gonzalo Ramos. He scores. Gets the PSG fans hyped up and ready. A good start to the shootout for Ramos and for PSG. Now up comes Victor Gyökeres. He's got a very good record from the spot for Arsenal. Gyökeres, arguably Arsenal's best penalty taker of all players they've got on the pitch right now. And he slots it into the bottom corner. And the two teams are 1-for-1. Desiree Doué scored the winning penalty at Anfield last season in the last 16 for PSG. Man of the match in the Champions League final for scoring 2 goals last time out and 1 assist. This arguably could be his biggest contribution to PSG tonight. And for the third penalty tonight, converted down low into the right-hand corner. Every time a penalty is scored, it's more and more nerves for your opposition. Eberechi Eze now coming up. Missed an awful penalty with Crystal Palace against Newcastle last season. On that same night, Arsenal beat Real Madrid in the Champions League. He must score. He's missed! And Eberechi Eze has missed the entire goal. Oh. And that moment could break Arsenal hearts. Come a few minutes. Next up, Nuno Mendes, who despite being a left-back, has taken penalties for Portugal in Euro 2024 and for PSG in the UEFA Super Cup, and has, to be fair, if you see them, you wouldn't guess that he's a left-back. And it's saved by David Raya! Paris, with a chance to get a grip on the trophy, have had it saved by David Raya. Big big chance. Kepa and the goalkeeping coaches love that. Next up, it's Declan Rice. Facing off against Safanov from 12 yards out. This to send Arsenal level in the shootout. Low and powerful. And we're level in the shootout. Such a composed, mature player, Declan Rice. Now it's Ashraf Hakimi. Scored some winning penalties in his career, one famously being for Morocco against Luis Enrique's Spain in the World Cup in Qatar. Captaining PSG currently, and he scores. Big moment. This sets up a pressure cooker now. Safanov yet to save a penalty. He's done so well this season, becoming Paris Saint-Germain's number one. And now he faces Martinelli. Gabriel Martinelli. Stepping up for Arsenal. And it's a good penalty. The passion that the Brazilian is showing is exactly what Arsenal need. And now, penalty number 5 for both teams. This to be taken by Lucas Beraldo of PSG. David Raya has already saved one penalty tonight. He put his team on the brink with a save! And it was pretty simple with Beraldo. David Raya started his dive a bit too early. Already on his way to that left side. Nice little tactic, but Beraldo, so much time to see. So it falls on Gabriel. Miss and Arsenal. Miss and PSG are champions. Score. And it will get even more nervy. Arsene Wenger watching on. It's Gabriel. Oh, he's missed it! And Paris Saint-Germain are European champions! Europe remains theirs. It's glorious for Arsenal, but it's heartbreak for Gabriel. Paris. Only the second club in European football to go back-to-back champions.
History tells you it's so difficult to do, defending your European crown, and they now join a very, very exclusive.
Extraordinary scenes in Paris. 2 years ago, they had no European trophies, and now they have 2. And sadly for Arsenal, after such a brilliant year, winning the Premier League title after years and years of trying, had a chance to make even more history tonight. And Gabriel, sometimes you know what it takes. Tonight we showed the 2 sides of football. Safanov, you have to give him credit, to be fair, too. It's a beautiful moment for him. Started the season as backup goalkeeper to Lucas Chevalier. And now he has become PSG's number 1 goalkeeper and has managed to win them another European Cup. Luis Enrique, imagine that for him, his 3rd European title. Well, everyone, that is the end of this live stream. I hope you've enjoyed it. Congratulations to Paris Saint-Germain. Congratulations to Arsenal too for making it all the way to this final. And I will hopefully see you again next time.